Hey, all you devs out there, get this.
Hmm.
There's a new open source AI video model
Oh, yeah.
making waves, and it's got the potential to change how we think about video creation.
Interesting.
We're talking about saying goodbye to those generic AI video outputs
Yeah.
and hello to personalized cinema quality content.
Wow.
The game changer is Mochi-1,
Okay.
and the tech world is already buzzing about its video quality.
Yeah, early reviews suggest
I've heard that.
that Mochi-1 is a big leap
Yes.
toward that versatile Hollywood-level AI video we've been waiting for.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Sure.
What makes Mochi-1 so different?
One word. Customization.
Okay.
You can fine-tune Mochi-1 to match your style by training it on just a small set of your own video clips.
Wow.
It's like having a mini Spielberg
Ah.
trained on your own film reel.
Hold on. Back up a sec.
Okay.
You're saying I can train this AI on my own videos
Yep.
and it'll learn my style. How does that even work?
It uses LoRa. Yeah, a technology you might already be familiar with from image models.
Right.
Basically adapts the model to your needs and aesthetic.
So it's kind of like how we use LoRa to tweak image models
Yeah.
for, say, generating images with a consistent brand style.
Exactly.
Now we can do that for video.
Exactly. Think about the possibilities for you as a
Yeah.
developer.
Right.
Imagine creating a product demo video
Yeah.
and being able to seamlessly integrate your company logo
Oh, wow.
or maintain a consistent visual style across all your content.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
That can save so much time and effort on post-production.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And get this.
Yeah.
Tom's Guide is reporting
Uh-huh.
that Mochi-1 is the first open source AI video product
Oh, wow.
with this fine-tuning capability.
Open source. You had me at personalized,
Uh-huh.
but open source. Now, that's huge
All right.
for the developer community.
For sure.
What kind of impact could this have?
Well, for starters, greater access and collaboration. It democratizes AI video creation,
I like that.
making it more accessible for developers of all levels to experiment and push the boundaries.
Love that. All right, so let's dive a little deeper into the tech behind Mochi-1.
Sure.
From what I've seen on GitHub,
Yeah.
it was developed by Genmo, an AI video lab,
Right.
and uses this asymmetric diffusion transformer architecture.
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong,
Sure.
but it boasts a massive 10 billion parameters,
That's right.
making it the largest open source video model yet.
That's right.
Right.
That SMDIT architecture
Okay.
is designed to make AI video generation more efficient
Okay.
and capable of handling complex prompts.
So you can really get granular with your creative vision.
Exactly.
So it's got brains and brawn.
Ah.
Okay, this is all very impressive.
Yeah.
But I know there are always practical considerations
Of course.
when working with cutting-edge tech.
Right.
What are some limitations developers need to be aware of?
Like any new tech, there are a few things to keep in mind.
Sure.
Mochi-1 requires some serious processing power.
Okay.
We're talking around 60 gigabytes of VRAM,
Wow.
and the output resolution is currently limited to 480p. You might also see some warping
Warping.
in scenes with a lot of motion.
Got it. So not quite ready to kick our high-end video editing software to the curb
Right.
just yet.
Not yet.
Any other limitations we should be aware of?
It's worth noting that it's best for photorealistic content right now.
Okay.
It's not really optimized for animation styles.
Gotcha.
But remember, we're
Yeah.
talking about early limitations here.
Right.
The open source nature of the project
Yeah.
means the community can actively work on addressing these issues. For example, there's already been progress
Oh, really?
on optimizing Mochi-1 for lower-end GPUs
Okay.
through things like comfy UI integration.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
So for those of us eager to jump in
Yeah.
and start fine-tuning, what do we need to know? GitHub has some specific instructions, right?
GitHub is the place to go.
Right.
Right now, the model is trainable on single GPUs.
Okay.
Developers need to provide their own video clips and captions for the fine-tuning process
Okay.
with a max of 85 frames or about 2.8 seconds of video.
Wow, that's not bad for creating your own personalized AI video generator.
Exactly.
The documentation has some good tips and tricks, too.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
2.8 seconds to train my own mini Spielberg.
It's incredible, right?
It's incredible to think that with just a handful of video clips,
Yeah.
we can have this level of customization,
Pretty groundbreaking, isn't it?
right?
Think about it. Custom branding, unique styles, and all that time saved
Yeah.
on tedious editing tasks.
Mind blown.
Aha!
Okay, I know we haven't covered every technical detail, sure, but That's what the source material is for.
Of course.
We've linked to everything in the show notes.
Yeah.
For those who want to really get into the weeds.
Be sure to check those out.
Now, before we move on.
Okay. Here's something to consider.
Okay.
Now that AI video can be tailored to a developer's individual style,
Yeah.
what kind of creative applications can we start to see?
My dev brain is already spinning with ideas.
Right?
But you're right. This is a whole new world.
Totally.
What does this kind of personalization mean for the future of software development
That's a great question.
as a whole?
We're talking about potentially revolutionizing everything.
Yeah.
From how we design software
Okay.
to how we market and demo it.
I see.
It's like handing developers a brand new set of tools
Yeah.
and saying, go build something amazing.
I love that analogy.
Uh-huh.
And with Mochi-1 being open source,
Yeah.
we're not just talking about individuals
Right.
building amazing things.
Yeah.
We're talking about a whole community
Exactly.
collaborating, sharing ideas,
Yep.
and pushing the boundaries of
Hold
what's
on.
possible with AI video.
Exactly. And that brings us to another fascinating aspect of Mochi-1, its impact on the open source landscape.
We touched on the importance of open access earlier,
Yeah.
but let's dig a little deeper.
Sure.
What makes Mochi-1 such a big deal in the open source world?
It's being seen as a major milestone in the evolution of open source AI video models.
Okay.
Developers have been eagerly awaiting
I can imagine.
a truly powerful
Yeah.
and accessible video model like this.
And now that it's here,
Right.
what kind of ripple effects are we seeing?
It's sparking a wave of innovation
Really?
and experimentation.
Mm.
Developers are already exploring its capabilities,
Oh?
sharing their findings,
Wow.
and pushing its limits.
So it's like a collective brainstorming session
Yeah.
on a global scale.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It is.
But the impact goes beyond
right.
just the developer community, right?
Absolutely.
Open source projects like Mochi-1
Yeah.
have the potential to benefit
Uh-huh.
a much wider audience.
Absolutely. Think about educators,
Okay.
researchers, artists, and even small businesses.
Oh, wow.
They can all leverage this technology
Yeah.
to create engaging content,
Uh-huh.
conduct research,
Okay.
and develop new applications
Interesting.
without needing massive budgets.
It's leveling the playing field and democratizing access to tools
Uh-huh.
that were once out of reach for many.
Right.
That's the beauty of open source.
It is.
It fosters collaboration and knowledge sharing,
Yeah,
which ultimately leads to a more diverse and exciting tech landscape.
I agree.
Okay, before we get lost in the philosophical side of things,
Okay.
let's bring it back to the nuts and bolts of Mochi-1.
Sure.
We mentioned earlier that it uses this SIMD-T architecture.
Right.
Remind us again,
Okay.
what's that all about?
Sure.
And why is it significant?
A SIMD stands for Asymmetric Diffusion Transformer.
Okay.
It's a new architecture designed specifically
Right.
for making AI video generation
Yeah.
more efficient
Mm.
and robust.
So think of it as a specialized brain
Exactly.
for understanding and generating video content.
That's a great way to put it.
So it's not just about making cool videos.
Right.
It's about doing it smarter and faster.
Exactly. It can handle more complex prompts
Okay.
and visual elements, meaning you can get more creative
Yeah.
and detailed with your video ideas.
I see.
It also allows for more efficient use
Okay.
of computational resources,
Wow.
which is huge
Right.
considering the demands of video generation.
Right. Especially given those VRAM requirements
Exactly.
we talked about earlier.
Yeah,
So it sounds like a SIMD-T is a big step
it is.
towards more accessible and scalable AI video creation.
Absolutely. And as the technology continues to evolve,
Yeah.
we can expect even more efficiency
Mm.
and performance improvements down the line.
This is all very exciting.
It is.
But it's important to remember
Right.
that Mochi-1 is still in its early stages of development.
Of course.
We already mentioned some limitations.
Yeah.
But are there any other things developers should be aware of?
Well, one thing to keep in mind
Yeah.
is that Mochi-1 is currently better suited for photorealistic content.
Okay.
It's not yet optimized for animation styles.
So if I'm dreaming of creating the next Pixar masterpiece
Uh-huh.
with Mochi-1,
Yeah.
I might have to wait a bit.
For now, yes. But remember, this is an open source project.
Right.
That means the community
Yeah.
can actively work on addressing these limitations.
Uh-huh.
It wouldn't be surprising to see some brilliant developers come up with workarounds
Mm.
or even entirely new approaches
Oh.
to animation within Mochi-1.
I love that the community can come together
Me too.
and push the boundaries like that.
It's great,
That's the power of open source in action.
for sure. Another point to keep in mind
Yeah.
is the output resolution,
Okay.
which is currently capped at 480p.
Right.
And there's a possibility of minor warping or distortions in scenes with lots of motion.
So not quite ready to replace our professional video editing software
Right.
just yet.
Not yet.
But these are early limitations
They are.
that are likely to improve as the technology matures.
Right.
But,
It's important to remember
Yeah.
that this is just the beginning for Mochi-1.
okay.
And remember, it's designed to be highly customizable.
Right.
Meaning developers can fine-tune
Okay.
various parameters and settings
Yeah.
to get the output they need.
Speaking of fine-tuning,
Yeah.
let's get back to that incredible capability we discussed earlier.
Right.
It's truly groundbreaking that we can personalize
It is.
an AI video model with just a few video clips.
Mm-hmm.
Can you break down that process for us
Sure.
and highlight any key considerations for developers?
The process is all about training the model
Okay.
to understand your unique style.
Mm-hmm.
You start by feeding it
Uh-huh.
a small set of your own videos,
Okay.
along with captions that describe the content. This helps the model
Yeah.
learn your specific preferences
Right.
and visual elements.
It's like giving Mochi-1 a crash course
Uh-huh. Exactly.
in your personal aesthetic.
Yeah.
So what kind of video clips are best for this?
The key is to choose clips
Okay.
that represent the style
Uh-huh.
and content you want the model to generate.
Gotcha.
If you're going for a sleek corporate style,
Mm.
choose clips with that same feel.
Makes sense.
If you want something more artistic or
Same.
experimental,
Okay.
select clips that reflect that aesthetic.
So it's all about training Mochi-1
Yep.
to see the world through your creative lens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think of it as teaching the model a new visual language
I like that.
tailored to your specific needs.
And the captions are like a set of instructions, right?
Yeah, that's a great way to think about it.
They help Mochi-1 understand what's happening
Yeah.
in each scene.
The captions provide context and meaning
Okay.
to the visuals,
Hmm.
which helps the model learn more effectively.
Once you've got your clips and captions ready,
Yeah.
the fine-tuning process can begin.
Right.
This is where the real magic happens, right?
Exactly.
The model analyzes your videos,
Yep.
figures out your style,
Uh-huh.
and adjusts itself to match.
Precisely. And it's computationally intensive,
Right.
but the results are worth it.
Okay.
Once the fine-tuning is complete,
Yeah.
you can use your personalized Mochi-1
Uh-huh.
just like the original model,
Mm.
but with your unique style baked right in.
So I can still use text prompts
Yeah.
to describe the video I want,
Exactly.
but now the output will have my personal touch.
It's like having your own AI video assistant
Wow.
that understands your creative vision.
That opens up so many possibilities.
Right?
Custom branding, unique video styles,
Yeah.
and a whole lot of time saved
Right.
on manual editing. It's incredible.
It really is.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
but I know there's even more to explore.
The world of Mochi-1 is vast and full of exciting possibility.
For all you eager developers out there,
Yeah.
we've got links to the source material
Uh-huh.
in the show notes,
Right.
so you can dive deeper
Yep.
and start experimenting with Mochi-1 yourselves.
Be sure to check them out.
Now, before we wrap up,
Okay. Let's leave you with this.
okay,
Now that this kind of AI video personalization is possible,
yeah,
what could it mean for the future of video content creation as a whole?
you know, we've been focusing on the benefits for software developers,
Right.
but the implications go
Yeah.
far beyond that.
Absolutely.
It makes you think
It does.
about the future of video
Yeah.
and how this technology
Mhm.
might change things.
It's exciting
Yeah,
and a bit daunting at the same time.
right.
It feels like we're on the cusp
I agree.
of a major shift
Yeah,
in how we create and consume video content.
I totally agree. And like with any powerful new technology,
Uh-huh.
there will be challenges to address
For sure.
and important conversations to have,
Right.
but the potential
Yeah.
is truly mind-blowing.
It is. So
Yeah.
for all you developers out there,
Yeah.
the future is calling.
Ooh, I like that.
What will you create with Mochi-1?
That's a wrap for today's deep dive
It is.
into the world of Mochi-1.
That was fun.
We hope you've enjoyed this exploration
Yeah.
of personalized AI video
Uh-huh.
and that your dev brains are buzzing
Haha. I hope so.
with possibilities.
Be sure to check out the show notes
Yes, definitely.
for all the resources we mentioned.
They're all there for you.
And dive deeper into the world of Mochi-1.
Until next time.
Yes.
Keep coding. Keep innovating.
Keep experimenting.
And keep diving deep
Yeah.
into the fascinating world of tech.
See.